Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. This is your girl Angel O to the O. If you're new, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel, so you guys support your girl. And today I'm rocking a black lip. So this is my first time actually rocking a black lip, and I never knew it was actually looking nice. But I look nice. I really look nice. I hope you guys are seeing the beauty as well. So today I'm going to be talking about being single in your 30s. Yes, I am in my 30s and I am single. You know, having that African mind in your head when you're like 22, 23, what people expect from you or of you is that you should be married. I had that vision as well. I actually thought that at 23 I'll be married. By 26 I've given birth or I've gotten my two kids and I'm free and all that. But you have this whole plan in your head and then life is telling you I have something else. You cannot control your destiny. I think you can control your destiny in a very limited way or a very little way, but you cannot control life or what life throws at you. So yes, I think that was actually just I figured out my life. Like growing up, I've already planned my life. Like at age this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm that. I've gotten this, I'm this, and then I'm traveling the world and I'm happy and I'm free. And I got to realize that life is not like that, so guys. Life is not like that. Like I planned everything in my head and then it told me no, the universe will control everything. So yes, I am still single in my 30s. I've been in three relationships in my life, and the bad part is that I will not say if it's bad or it's the funny part is that I've only dated Aries guys. I am Aries as well, and I've only dated Aries guys. I think that's where the problem is. But yeah, there are so many Aries guys that are married to Aries women. You understand? And their marriages or their relationship is fine, moved on to marriage and all that. So I've been in relationships and yes, some were okay, some was some were one was it was actually I'll call that my best relationship in a way because I feel so some were actually good. Well, yeah, I would say one actually just one relationship was perfect, but it turned out to be I would say I later became unhappy in the relationship. But that relationship where you guys are like friends, you could tell him anything, you could lay on the bed and talk all night, just hold each other, talk all night till you fall asleep. That perfect, that perfect relationship, like you do things together and all. Yes, that was what I had. And I wasn't happy because to me, I felt emotionally abused. That's what I'm going to use, like emotionally abused. That was what I felt in that relationship because it wasn't hitting me, but he could shout. Little things where you're supposed to we talk about this just like maybe 24 hours ago or 18 hours ago, and then maybe you see it or you just start shouting. I like a relationship where communication is actually the key. Yes, we could talk about everything, but it's like you had this knot, you just switch off, and then it's a different whole human being. And that relationship was, I was like, okay, you can call me, you can talk to me, and let's just talk about it. You understand? You don't need to shout. That's one thing I hate. I hate, don't shout at me. You're not my father, you're not my mom, don't shout at me. There are ways to communicate, there are better ways to talk to someone. If you feel I did something wrong, I believe you can call me and we can communicate. We can talk about it. So after shouting and all, and then I relax. One thing about me is when I'm angry, I tend not to speak. I tend not to retaliate because, guys, there will be problem, like big problem. So yeah, I tend not to do so. Let me push this back a bit. Okay, so that's what basically I will just like pull back, and later I'll tell him this thing I was making you angry. We talked about it. We've talked about it before, and then he realized himself. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, it doesn't even say sorry. It'll be like, oh, okay, that's true. His own way of apologizing was buying me gifts, giving me money, and then, you know, the shouting continues again. Like, it was like a routine, and it was becoming very exhausting for me. It was actually the best because I actually found, like, that was the only bad side to that relationship. So in my head, I'm like, okay, am I going to continue this cycle of, when the guy starts shouting, 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 the next minute, one day is going to hit you, it's going to beat you. I'm very fragile. If you hit me, so I'm very, very fragile. So I had to sit down and think because it was actually becoming a routine for him, and I was not happy anymore in that relationship. It started draining me emotionally. I wasn't happy. I wasn't having that smile or that glow that, when you're in a relationship you have, when you're happy, when you're in a healthy relationship and happy relationship, you can tell because you're going to have that glow. You're going to have that, um, the glow. So I wasn't having that, and I found myself I wasn't happy anymore. And I had to tell him that, hey, look, I'm not happy in this relationship anymore. And yeah, he was supposed to buy me a car that week, and I think that was 2 weeks ago. Before then, he told me I love you. Mind you, we're dating for 3 years, and he never used the word I loved you or I love you, and he used it that day. And the minute he used that word on me, it was like a whole wall was actually, just grew. And I knew I was not in the right place because I couldn't even say it back. I just became mute. Like legit, I was just mute. And at that moment, I knew it wasn't right. I knew it didn't feel right at all. So yeah, I had to text him, and I just told him that I know I'm not around. There's something I would have loved to tell you face to face, but I'm not happy in the relationship. And he was like, okay, what can he do to make it better? Why am I not happy? What is he not doing right? And I said, I think the shouting, and said he can work on that. I'm like, no, you can't work on that. You're not going to work on that with me. You're going to work on that with yourself. Okay, now I'm talking about an abusive relationship. Okay, look, you can be in an abusive relationship. It doesn't mean they're going to be beating you or that. There is physical and emotional abuse. So yeah, I wasn't happy. When you're not happy, there is something in the relationship that maybe your partner is doing that is making you not to be happy. And yeah, so know when to leave, know when to walk away from something that you know is going to hurt you in the future. So I told him I'm not happy and I can't be in the relationship anymore. And I did leave that relationship because I knew deep down in my head, if I had gone along with that relationship, if I had married this dude, I think he would be beating me. Is what I feel. Because you don't just shout at someone and like every time, every time, every time, every time, every time. One day your hand is just going to move, and when that starts, it's going to continue. So I walked away from the situation and actually moved on to another relationship where I don't know, my friends actually did like this guy, but I would say I wasn't putting my all in it. But yes, it was a relationship and we broke up. And the guy was actually a douchebag. Funny enough, he started calling me and telling me, he's sorry, but if he had known what he knows now, we'll still be together. I'm like, no, no, we won't still be together. So I just had to like let it go, let it go, let it go. So yeah, I'm single in my 30s. I had to after my last relationship, I had to take a break. One thing about me is being in a relationship, coming out of a relationship, I always tend to like, excuse me, I'm always bloated. I always tend to like give myself time to heal. And how I give myself time to heal is, okay, after I break up, the first thing that my last relationship was 4 years, and I had to give myself time to heal because I was really into that relationship. I I didn't, first of all, what I do is I don't admit or I don't believe it. You understand? I just keep on wondering in my head, like, okay, what did I do wrong? What's the problem? And if there is another girl, well, okay, is there something she's doing right that I'm not doing? It's always like that. And then I start to look for bad things about the person. Okay, yeah, he wasn't doing this, is that, is that. Okay, so I'm happy and all that. Meanwhile, you're not happy. And the next thing is acceptance. And the minute I cry over you, it's done. I have that thing in me. The minute I cry over you, it means we're done. Like everything, we are done. Even if you're coming back to tell me, hey, I'm sorry, I need you back. No, I've cried over you, meaning I've let go of you, I've let go of the emotion, and I'm done. So yeah, I have to give myself time to heal. I don't want to move into something, don't want to rush into something. And then being in a relationship is actually scary. There's a reason why people be in a relationship. Okay, that it leads to marriage, it leads to having kids, you're starting your life, even though yes, most people will not agree because some people just don't believe in marriage, and that is fine. Marriage is not for everybody. I for one don't even put that at the back of my mind. I just want a baby. It's something I've always said. I want a child. Like the greatest love you can have is that of your kid. Like it is pure and it is genuine. It's so beautiful. So yeah, that's something I actually want. I want a baby. And these days, marriages don't last. It's so annoying. Like, it does not last. People get married, and that day they are getting a divorce or they are breaking up. So it's scary. Being in a relationship, being in a marriage is actually scary. Am I happy being single? Yeah, sometimes you'll be like, yeah, you need that comfort, you need that extra person who you're going to love, who you're going to share things with, who you're thinking about, and the person is thinking about you also. But at the same time, yeah, being single makes you focus, gives you a direction of where you want to be in life. So yeah, I'm okay being single. I'm very, very okay being single. And what again? So yes, I'm being single in my 30s is actually stressful in the fact that people are waiting for you to get married. So that pressure, even now these days, I don't think African parents pressurize their kids anymore. They don't do that. It was before that they start disturbing you. When are you getting married? When are you this? When are you that? When are you this? But now I think people just, with the way things are going in the country, or the way marriages are being broken up, are breaking up every second. think parents now are actually realizing that you don't have to like rush your kid to getting married. So you just have to like let when they're ready. I was telling somebody there's no rush. When the person comes, the person will come and I will know. And I will be married. So yeah, I'm enjoying my 30s being single. Yeah, I will go on a date if I see, and I don't love easily, so if I love hard, but I don't love easily. Okay, my guard is always up a notch. So yes, guys. Anyways, I hope my story was interesting, and if you're going through an abusive relationship or something, if you're not happy in your relationship, it's better you leave than to stay. When you're married, you start regretting it. Okay, they say it's better to marry late than to marry wrong. Okay, a lot of people have died in their marriages due to abuse and all. It must not even be physical abuse, but the emotional trauma as well made so many people commit suicide, or multiple and yaba left. So if you're not happy where you are, leave. There's someone out there that's better for you, and you will find that person. Please do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you get notified each time I post a video. So I don't know what to name this video. Is that either my abusive relationship or being single at 30? Either ways, we will see. Bye guys.